Welcome back to Gossip Media for the latest in pop culture, fashion, music, celebrity gossip, entertainment news, and business highlights. Let's get to today's stories. Chris Brown was arrested for allegedly smashing a tequila bottle over a music producer's head at a nightclub. The Grammy-winning singer was denied bail and ordered to be held in custody Friday after appearing in a British courtroom to face allegations regarding the producer. Chris Brown has been charged with 1 count of grievous bodily harm in response to him allegedly smashing a tequila bottle over the music producer's head in 2023. His court date, I think it's around June 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So he has to stay in the slammer until then. All right. Chris also has some concerts scheduled in Manchester for June. They are currently still on. So we will see if he will be released on bond or if he has to stay in the slammer until the matter is completely resolved. So I wish Chris Brown the best, and I feel bad for the music producer. We all know Chris Brown loves to throw hands, but moving on to the next story. TMZ claims that Justin Bieber is broke and owes millions of dollars to his former manager, Scooter Braun. After the cancellation of the Justice Tour in 2022, Bieber was left with a debt of $24 million to the production company AEG, which had advanced him $40 million. To cover the loss, Braun's company, Hybe, paid off the debt, and Justin agreed to repay the amount in installments over 10 years, but he stopped payment after the first installment. Sources close to Braun say that Bieber claimed he didn't have the money to pay off the debt, while his team re-examined the finances and concluded that the manager had received an excess of $26 million in commission. Hybe hired independent auditor PwC, which after 6 months concluded that the singer actually owed around $8.8 million to the manager. The PwC report was obtained by TMZ, but Bieber's team also conducted its own audit, the results of which have not been released. TMZ also reported that Justin's manager, Scooter Braun, tried to stop Justin and his wife Halle Bieber from selling Justin's music catalog for $200 million. The TMZ investigators also revealed that while Bieber was on tour, Halle allegedly requested that his team upgrade her jet to the size of one of Kylie Jenner's private jets. Because she was not taking the lesser jet, they offered her a smaller aircraft and she rejected it. TMZ also claims after multiple audits were done, it was revealed that Justin Bieber allegedly owes Scooter Braun $9 million and AEG and Hybe $32 million. They say Bieber is so broke that he had to borrow his pastor's credit card to go golfing. The TMZ reporters also said that the Hailey Bieber versus Selena Gomez drama is one-sided on the Bieber's end. Sources claims Selena Gomez is constantly on Hailey's mind and is sort of a benchmark for her. They stated that Selena lives in Hailey's head. According to people in the Bieber's camp, Selena is reportedly a thorn in their side, not because Selena's done anything. It's their and especially Hailey's perception of Selena. Now, first of all, this Selena and Hailey drama, it's the fans on the internet who love Selena, people who love Hailey, and people who like Justin. That's where it started. And I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but I do know that TMZ is one of the most accurate pop news media ever. I believe what they're saying is accurate. I do believe that Hailey has, that thing with Selena, but at the end of the day, honey, Justin being broke is shocking to me because I was, saying to myself, oh, Justin is one of those pop stars that's doing well, child star transition to adult, and he's still doing well, still making hit songs and all of that. But I remember when he sold his catalog for $200 million, and I was shocked because Number one, I feel like Justin's catalog is worth way more than 200 million. So that was shocking. And the fact that he did it so early in his career and so young, I was like, but Justin is still making good music. So it's not like he fell off and, he's trying to find it and he can't find it. He still makes good music. So what would be the reason? So I'm wondering if it's like poor money management, or was he in a 360 degree? I don't know. Was he in a 360 contract? I don't know what it is, but I do know that it's not too late for him to recover financially. He's still young. He still has hype around him, and he makes good music, so he can get it together. Regarding Haley, demanding a certain type of jet or whatever, that's on Haley. Like, for me, if I know that my husband or my boyfriend or whatever is struggling financially, that would not be a priority for me. But I guess, it's the ego and the pride and, the circle that she's in and wanting to keep up with this image. Honey, if we had to eat ramen noodles for a month, I'm going to eat ramen noodles for a month until we get back together on our feet. A lot of people don't know how to live below their means. You have to learn to live below your means. Because money, if you're not investing money for it to multiply, you're wasting your time, right? Money will not be around forever. Once you start spending, you're going to lose your money. So you have to invest. And I feel like Justin is young enough. If he has a clothing brand called, I think, Drew. If that's not taking off as how he wanted it to, there was some reports on Drew too. I didn't really dig into it, but invest in stock, invest in companies, find entrepreneurs that, have good product, that want to put their product out there and make investments. You have to, as I would call it, use your fame. Look at Rihanna. Look what Rihanna did. Like, a lot of people, like, music, you're not going to always be performing. Find an easier way. Use your fame to your advantage. But that's my take on it, guys. Let me know what you think. I just feel like, I feel bad for Justin. I really do. But I know that it's not too late for him to recover. But let me know, comment down below. So Vybz Kartel dropped a new song called They're Out of Love But We Aren't, which he featured his fiancée Sidem in the music video. And he's clearly throwing shade to someone that he's dated. I thought it was Shorty, his baby mother, who he's been with forever. And, according to him, she cheated on him while he was incarcerated for 12, 13 years. And the relationship ended. He started dating Sidem while incarcerated. So in the song, he's saying, my ex could never step in your shoes, Louis leather. It's given forever. And he's telling, like, saying how this girl turned him into a one burner, which means a man that does not cheat anymore. He only wants one woman. Now, Lisa Hyper decided that she was going to respond to the song because she thinks that the song is throwing shade to her. Lisa Hyper is someone who dated Cartel. I wouldn't even say dated, because she was just like his side chick. His main chick was always his baby mother. And then, he would have a lot of other girls on the side. And she was a part of the Gaza camp as an artist. So she responded. Let's read her response. She said, I don't know who they're referring to as their ex. I've been riding bigger and better penises. That's why you're mad. You can't do anything to hurt somebody that does not want you. Stop acting like you're happy, 'cause I know you are stressed. New man, new aura, new era. Griselda Blanco, Chatali, Lisa Rise High. No, I never thought he was talking about Lisa Hype. And I listened the song again to see if I could pick up on any form of hints, but it could be that he is talking about canceling all women and just choosing Sidem, his fiance, right? But Lisa responded, shots fired. She fired back. I don't know who he's talking. He knows who he's talking. And I'm sure the persons that he's talking to, they know themselves. It could be that he's talking about more than one person. Now, Vybz Kartel has been with Shawty for the longest. I don't ever think he's ever put her in a music video, but he's sang songs about her. And he puts them in his video. He's made multiple songs about Sidem, and I'm like, okay, let's see if they're really gonna walk down the aisle, because they've postponed the wedding from February. So let's see if he's really gonna marry her. Only time will tell. But Lisa Hyper is so funny to me. And I like her. I like Vybz Kartel too. Moving on to the next story. So despite the latest drama surrounding DDG and Halle Bailey, where she got a restraining order against him for, physical and verbal abuse and, seeking joint sole custody of their son, DDG is feeling a little better. He took some time to throw shots at persons who were attacking him on social media, specifically Ray J and Soulja Boy. Let's listen.
Both of them niggas trying to be streamers. No one's watching you. You will never get to my level, ever, in your life. Neither one of you niggas. Soulja Boy's begging for galaxies on TikTok as we speak. Galaxies. Galaxies are about $8 after tax. He's begging for $8, guys. These niggas don't leave a crib. And I be really trying to respect niggas because, I'm 27, bro. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like a nigga wasn't. I ain't gonna act like a nigga wasn't doing this. You feel me? Nigga was for sure doing that. But your time has passed, buddy. It's my time now.
So DDG fired back at Ray J and Soulja Boy, accusing both artists of clout chasing in the midst of his ongoing drama surrounding his relationship with Halle Bailey. The tension erupted after Soulja Boy took to X, formerly Twitter, threatening to physically confront DDG, while Ray J allegedly attempted to copyright DDG's latest song release. DDG didn't hold back in his response, taking to social media to hear out his grievances. He called their attempts to stay relevant lame and suggested that their careers have long peaked. While DDG took a slightly softer tone towards Ray J, he didn't hold back entirely. Ray J, I don't really know, but that shit was lame. You just DM'd me to stream with me, then pulled that? Super lame. Don't DM me after this. He saved his harshest criticism for Soulja Boy, calling him all talk and asserting that he wasn't concerned about any threat. Nobody worried about that shit you're talking about. I could really get on his ass, but I ain't gonna do that. Neither Ray J nor Soulja Boy has issued an official response to DDG's comments at this time. For me, he has a right to defend himself. Ray J has always been super lame. And as I said before in my previous video, Soulja Boy should not even be commenting on anything when it comes to physical or verbal abuse, because he has showed his true colors like a peacock, like on national TV. His exes did interviews exposing him. So I don't blame DDG at this point. I feel like Ray J just irks me. Like he's too desperate to be relevant, but his wife Princess did say that he's like a child stuck in his early 20s, and I believe that. But moving on to the next story. So dancehall artist Alkaline did his first interview in over 8 years. right? And he did it with BET Plus, and everyone is saying that, you know, it's because Kartel is back, and, you know, Kartel is making so much wave in the dancehall atmosphere, and, you know, Kartel is so charismatic and people love to watch him. That's why Alkaline decided to pop out. He also came out with the black eyeball that he had when he just came on the scene. That was his hungry years, the years when he was making hits slap like grits, right? Let's take a listen to the interview.
Full touch Alkaline. Big up BET UK. Okay? Mad.
It's a girl, Monica Lee, and today I'm sat next to a musical powerhouse. Yes, that's right. I'm here with the one and only Alkaline. Hi.
What up? Bless it.
How are you feeling?
Super.
Good. Can I just say you're looking absolutely great. You are ready.
Yeah,
you're ready for London.
Yeah, man, you're looking nice, just the same. Eh?
Thank you so much. And I just want to say one absolute pleasure to have you here, live and direct, in the flesh, having a conversation. It's been a few years. So it's nice to just be able to just vibe.
Hey, man, it's a diamond, you know?
Good.
Being here in another place and in the flesh.
How would you say your sound has grown or changed in 2025 compared to when you first started?
Go more in my style as time goes on, you know?
Okay.
Go more in my one style, you know? Yeah.
Okay, we love that. You did first start, you came out with a bang, you came out doing what you're doing best and definitely just took things to another level. Do you feel like you had to continue doing that in order to just kind of stay relevant in 2025?
Just do me, you know what I mean? And the people appreciate it and respect that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was glad we bring and we do for it so far, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Anyone that has inspired you to be where you are today?
Not really. Just the fans and love of the fans, you know? I'm grateful for the support that we get. Grateful for everybody we're involved. I look forward for more, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm taking it on higher levels, you know?
To be fair, just watching you and just seeing how you've grown and progressed and just continue to hit different ceilings, 100% having new rules, yeah.
Now, this is a good look for the Vendetta fans because I love Alkaline. I love his music. So it's refreshing to see an interview because, you know, people get to know you more through interviews. And I could tell that he wasn't the most comfortable. He didn't look comfortable. And when he was asked certain questions, you can tell that he's not a person that thinks quickly. You know, he's not that type of person. But it's very refreshing. I like the fact that he's now pivoting in his career and being more open because that was needed of him, you know. And as an artist or a person that's in the public's eye, you have to put yourself out there in a certain kind of way, you know. And whether or not Vybz Kartel inspired Mr. Alkaline, wink wink, it's nice to see. I love the fact that he's pivoting. As an artist, you have to. You can't just always have the one style. It doesn't work like that. We go through life, we change, and I love that he's putting himself out there. He's also putting more, you know, images of himself on social media. At one point, you could barely find anything. He doesn't post often, but he's giving us like behind the scenes, and, you know, that's nice. That's refreshing. Moving on to the next story. So Noah Lyles and his fiancée Junelle Bromfield did an interview highlighting their love, and I just wanted to say, oh my God, it's the sweetest thing ever. You can tell that Junelle is a really deep person based on her answers when they were, you know, doing their question. And I just love this for her because knowing her history and the things she's been through, it's really nice to see her get a break. So refreshing and so beautiful. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let's listen.
I knew I loved you when I kept coming back. And this isn't some fling. This isn't some
idea, crush, it never went away.
Yeah.
I winged my proposal speech.
He did good. But I would prefer if he wrote the vows.
When you make your disgust face, it's not, it just makes me laugh because of how animated it is. I always promise to feed you breakfast.
And I always promise to feed you dinner.
I don't believe you.
I always promise to feed you dinner on Sundays.
There we go. I believe that. One of the nicest things you ever done for me was take care of me when I was sick. I couldn't even get off the bed and everybody was fighting around me and you were telling them, bringing order to everybody.
So one of the nicest things you've done for me is listen to all that I said I was lacked when I was growing up and try to give it to me. So I was in Jamaica. I wasn't making any national teams or anything. So it was nice to have somebody who's at the top of their game telling you that you can also do it too. Whatever you're going through.
I forgot you were going to quit.
Yeah, it was getting hard mentally and told me that nothing to lose if I just go and run one more race. Yeah. And
then you made the Olympic team.
I love you, even when you do something annoying like fart under the covers.
While we're keeping
I'm sorry, baby.
Well, while we're keeping it in the bed, I still love you, even though you be putting your cold feet on me.
Okay.
How do you have colder feet than me?
That's a sweet one.
I'll always think you're cute when you drag people around Universal.
I'll always think you're the cutest when you wake up in the morning, put on the music, and you're dancing. And also when your eyes light up when you're talking about your new ideas. One of the hardest things you've gotten me through is when I lost my first brother. I don't know if you remember, but we weren't dating at the time.
No, I was going to say, I don't think we were dating.
We weren't dating at the time, but it was 2019 and he had just won the championship and so on. And I remember you texting me and I really appreciated that. Because I thought you would be on a tour somewhere or so on, but you were there. So, yeah.
You were the first person to make me feel completely safe to be completely open.
I agree with that. You're the first person to make me feel like I can be myself.
I think when I thought about finding the partner, it was more on like, it's going to take years to build this foundation of something, not knowing that in our friendship, we had already built a lot of that stuff. So when we actually got into a relationship, a lot of it came easier.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't so much, oh, we have to build up to it. It's like we already have it. And now we're just kind of putting signatures on everything.
With me, it came on God's timing. I would say you came into my life when I needed you the most. So, the first time we FaceTime, I know I had feelings for you.
I knew I had feelings for you when my heart wouldn't stop beating fast. Yeah, that's everything.
I would say that too.
When you have a hard week, I vow to always feed you seafood boils.
When you have a hard week, I always vow to listen. When we have children in the future, I want them to take your confidence. I want them to be a go-getter like you.
If we have kids, I want them to take after you by their resilience. When we're old and gray, I promise to still spank you on the bottom.
When we're old and gray, I still promise to love you.
Well, now that makes me want to change mine.
Aww. Isn't that the sweetest thing, guys? I love that interview. I love this for her. I love this for both of them. But that's all for today's show. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.